So my room is down there. This view is crazy. Not much action yet, and park opens in 45 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the view from my hotel's just window on that floor. And now you can see I just walked out the hotel. I'll spin you around in a second, but this view I'm looking at is absolutely crazy. Today we are at Winterfest at Carowinds, and I'm so excited to get in. By the way, I just want to say really quick, especially because I noticed it in last video, if you hear me breathing or like breathing out words, because I've been having a little bit of respiratory health issues. But yeah, let's see this. So I've seen some vlogs from this hotel. Here's the park right there. There's the hotel. I mean, we're just gonna follow this trail. Fury's testing and it looks incredibly slow, but still can't wait to rewrite it. So yeah, that thing is crawling. We've got cars coming in, so we're gonna hurry up to the entrance, but this thing is crawling. Don't even know if there's any airtime there. So my goal today is to showcase the Winterfest event, just like I did Kings Island, but with so many more coasters in operation. And also, Copperhead Strike was built after the last time I was here, so I might get a little sidetracked, but I'll try to get the lights in this video as much as I can. So after being around Orion for so many years since it's been built, as Kings Island is my home park, it's just crazy to be here and see another B&M Giga and the best one. That roar that makes is insane. It's quite of a ride as it is. Really hope that trims off for how slow it's going. So in my Kings Island vlog, or from Winterfest, I said I don't see a point to the park being open before it's dark, but when you've got as many coasters open as Carowinds does, I'm gonna get here early and do all the rides that I can. So I guess there's no early entry. And with about 15 minutes till 5 o'clock, I am in Carowinds for my second ever time, and you know where we're heading straight to. In fact, I'll probably include a clip of me turning that corner and seeing Fury for the first time. What's gonna happen is we're gonna make a very, very exciting right turn, and I can see the Fury sign already. Very excited for this one. Right here, that's why we've run all the way here. And come here, really. There's already a line outside, but we're gonna hop right in that. See if we can get a front row. So there's Nighthawk and a little bit of vortex back there, but we are being held up by some security right here, so it'll probably let us free about 5 o'clock. So I'm guessing everybody behind me is all going to the same ride. Got let go just at 5, so let's get to Fury. So my favorite part of the running of the bulls is that they say no running, but nobody cares. I'm also seeing way more open coasters than I thought. Like, I don't have this wild mouse cred, but if I have time, I'm definitely gonna do that. And it is open, so I'll see you guys when I get back. So it's on one train ops, and they're gonna send it again because the train has to be full apparently.
Piper, you should make.
Oh my gosh, I'll give the review in a second, but real quick, just want to say something. So I know some people have commented about, asking me if rides are tight or what rides are good for bigger people. I actually have the same problem. In fact, I did not get any sleep because I was afraid I would not fit on that, because I was actually too big for Orion. And that's part of the reason I didn't ride it, as well as the fact that I just worked so much I didn't go to the park very much. But I will tell you this, this passion and hobby, use that as workout motivation. I had about 3 weeks and I lost about 20 pounds to be able to fit on that ride right there. I mean, wow, that was worth it. So So I got lucky because they're actually assigning rows and doing quick 1-minute dispatches with one train. I'm fine with that, but I got really lucky and got a front ride running way slower than it normally does, but that was still crazy. I mean, I love Orion. In fact, it's my favorite ride at Kings Island, and it's in my top 10. But the difference between that and Orion, even running slow, oh my goodness. As of right now, about to stay away, but they've already got the station full for the next train. So once they get on, we'll come around. So because I'm a single rider, I actually skipped that short little line. Only bad part, it's row 5. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Orion. That is not Orion. So there was actually a single seat empty in row 7, so I was able to get that, you know, get towards the back of the train. Even in row 7, it is like you can barely keep your eyes open, cold and just wind. Like, wow. I love the wind on Orion. In fact, I used to say Orion has better pacing because Fury has this really long helix. It's crazy how good this ride is. Let's go see if Copperhead Strike's open. All right, so I'm going to try to calm down just because all my anxiety about maybe not fitting on Fury has changed into excitement with how good Fury was. We're going to see if this Wild Mouse has a long line. If not, we're gonna acquire that credit, but oh my goodness. So yeah, here's a little bit of Winterfest. Sorry, I've been talking about Fury so much, but wow. I mean, it's almost cruel to be running that cold. I'm surprised they do that. So we can see, this is the line right here. There's basically nobody, so we'll see if we can get on this. I know Wild Mice are normally a little bit tight, but a credit's a credit. All right, so I just came off the Mac Wild Mouse called Ricochet, and it's a little concerning. As you can see them rolling through this, none of these trims are really hitting in these sections. Like, they didn't tap at all until this final one right above me that you can't see right now. But also weird the amount of weird noises the train was making as it was going through that. But hey, a credit's a credit. And you know, I don't do many Wild Mice, but this is definitely the roughest one I've ever done. All right, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm just so happy to be here right now. So happy to have ridden Fury again. And hey, got a new credit. And I'm gonna go do the other Mac now, see if that one's open. I'm gonna get a little bit more excited. You just see how dark it is. Night rides on Fury, night rides on everything we're gonna ride. I mean, I'm excited. So here's a little bit of the lights as we are on the way to Copperhead Strike. And yeah, I'm really excited to see this area. I've heard so many good things about it. And yeah, let's go see it. No way this is open right now. This is another credit that I didn't get. If this has no line, I'm gonna acquire this real quick. I can't believe how many coasters are open at this park. I promise you guys, I did not come to this park thinking I was gonna ride a Boomerang and a Wild Mouse, but hey, if it's open, I'm gonna grab the credits. So now I could walk around with 3 new credits. Oh, there's Copperhead all the way over there. I never really realized how it connects. I thought it was, you know, straight back like right there, but it's a little bit to the side of Fury. That was actually a nice change of pace from Invertigo at my home park. Really love Invertigo. I prefer it to this, but hey, it was nice to have a good Boomerang where your feet aren't dangling. Some good forces on there too. I was worried because I didn't see Copperhead Strike running, but I have now, so let's go get that credit because that's the only one I thought I was gonna get. So of course, just like Kings Island, I'm gonna showcase the ambiance and how the flat rides create that, and I think this park is doing an excellent job. I was already ready to say that their Winterfest is better than Kings Island's in terms of ride lineup, just with having Fury and Copperhead Strike open, but now seeing how many coasters they truly have open, seems like Intimidator and only a couple other coasters are the ones that aren't open, which is crazy. So I remember walking through this section of the park. In fact, I did whatever, I think Electro Spin is what this is called. This flat ride right here. I actually thought Copperhead was like right here, but it's all the way over there. So yeah, let's get over there. Looks like it's not very lit up, so it should be a cool night ride. So we've got the swings here and the station for Copperhead right there. You can see in the background. I'm still not sure where I am. So I think we're gonna go around here and make a right maybe. It says we're in Blue Ridge Junction, so yeah, I'm learning a little bit. So here is an area that was completely under construction when I was last here, and this ride opened in 2019. And here we are, there's the sign. I'm excited, let's do this. Copperhead Strike, my first Mac double launch coaster since the one at SeaWorld San Diego, so excited for this. Oh, look at that hang time. Let's do this. I actually haven't watched the POV in a long time, so I don't know this layout. So everybody loving the new theming route that Cedar Fair is taking, and it's so dark you can't even see that. Got some of the water park over here, so now I'm truly starting to see the area that this ride occupies. But look at this. It's not Expedition Everest queue, but it's really immersive. And yeah, let's do Copperhead Strike. Gonna try to do this in the front and the back. Excited to get this credit. Honestly, I don't know how many more new credits I'm gonna get here because I've already gotten more than I thought I was. Thought I was gonna leave this today with a +1 and more rides on Fury, but now, who knows? Look at this, some more theming as I'm under the stall right here that I cannot wait to do. Heard that the airtime hill on that second launch is pretty fun too. So just cannot wait to do this. I think this is my first Mac with inversions. Also, it's my first official JoJo roll, as you see that inversion right out of the station. I did do what I think is called a JoJo roll on the Gerstlauer Shell Raiser at Nickelodeon Dream Mall, and I've marathoned that ride 10 times. In fact, that JoJo roll was my favorite inversion on the ride. So I'm very looking forward to do this one and just see how much hang time this ride has. Everybody talks about it. So I'm walking into an empty station as everybody just got on. Why not try row 1 on this? And then we'll go around and do it in the back. So I'm here, even though I'm in Carolina, just got recognized by this gentleman in the front. I mean, I love this community and I'm happy with what I built, honestly. So like I was saying before, I didn't completely know the layout, and that was really interesting. You know, some parts of the ride felt different than how I thought they would, but overall, it was a great ride. I mean, wow. The hang time there was a little weird because you're going forwards, so it's almost like you're being pushed into your lap bar while hanging, but definitely a good element. That JoJo roll is insane. Definitely my favorite element on this one, just because it feels like you're hanging for a straight 3 seconds, and I actually had some room, which is rare for me, a big guy, and yeah, I felt like I was hanging out of that train. The second launch, that airtime hill on that launch didn't do anything for me, but the hang time is awesome. That second loop didn't have much of it, but there's some airtime moments that I wasn't expecting, especially this moment right here that goes through that loop. I mean, phenomenal. Gonna go around and do it in the back now because I heard that's the row to do this in. I was actually a little bit surprised. The first half is shorter than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I was really wishing for a little bit more on that airtime hill during the launch and that double up there. Well, let's try it in the back. Maybe we'll get some different forces in different places. Again, I said it in my last Kings Island Winterfest vlog, like to get some light. I'm extremely thankful for this channel and the experience I've had and shared and gotten to meet and talk to so many of you. Sorry, I'm just a figure talking. Here, we get some light. Again, I just want to say I am so excited. It's a loud fan. It's Winterfest, why is the fan on? But I'm excited, and I love that I've been able to share my passion for this, meet and communicate with so many of you guys. Like, that just made my entire night. Wow. You can see by these stairs, nobody in line right now, so as that goes over top of me. So definitely a great event to come and get some rides in. Just did it in the back. I'm a front row guy, so I still like the front better. You know, I don't know if there were stronger airtime moments or that in the back, but it felt pretty much the same as the front in terms of airtime and hang time. That JoJo roll in the back is kind of fun though, because you pick a little bit of speed up, but I am enjoying this event. I really didn't think it'd be that much better than Kings Island's Winterfest. So this park is like Kings Island. Those are characters walking around with unopened Cokes. Coca-Cola, so that's funny because Kings Island's Winterfest is sponsored by them as well. A couple things I want to note while I'm sipping an ice cold beverage in cold weather. So one thing I did notice on Copperhead is that, you know, some rides do a really good job with like tiered seating. So, you know, even if you're in the back, you can see in front of you. On Copperhead, all of the seats go like higher to where your head is. So if you're in the back, you really can't see in front of you. So just thought I would note that. Also, after doing Copperhead in the back and Fury towards the back, neither ride is completely smooth. I wouldn't say it's anything that ruins the ride, but it's a little bit noticeable. I have no problem with it though. Not sure if it's coming out on camera, but we have a little bit of a rain downpour going on. So in Blue Ridge Junction, I just ate at this place right here, Blue Ridge Country Kitchen. Honestly, tenders were nowhere near as good as the ones at Kings Island. But that mac and cheese, I was not a fan of the mac and cheese at Coney Barbecue. If you saw me get that at that vlog, I did not like that at all. But that mac and cheese is pretty good. We're gonna head back to Fury now, because when it hits 40 degrees, it'll close. So we're gonna try to get some night rides in. So while I've done Orion in the rain a lot, and of course I wouldn't hate to get a rain ride on Fury, I honestly hope it stops for me just because I want, or raining, just because I want to fully experience this Fury ride in the dark. So this wooden coaster hurler right there, let's get it back in the light at least. That's the one credit that I'm missing now from here that I really would like to have, although Theme Park Worldwide called it the worst wooden coaster he's ever been on. But having done Twisted Timbers, I would have loved to see what the original was like. Oh, just look at how this whole entrance is lit up and the strip on the lip hill, just like Orion and floodlights. I mean, I am excited for this. I think my eyes are deceiving me. They are not. There is no wait for this right now. So my eyes were deceiving me. I knew it. There's actually a decent wait. I don't know how I missed this, but Night Ride on Fury. Let's do it. Yeah, definitely coming down a little bit. So I thought Orion's lip motor was really loud. Listen to this. There's a lot going on in there.
Right over the edge. The last time they saw anything alive.
I mean, it has not slowed down, so we're probably going to tick off a rain ride and a night ride. So after that about 20-minute wait, got really lucky and actually got a row 1C. So can't wait to do this at night in the front while raining. This is going to be crazy. So it was really cool. Actually, a fan of the channel got paired with the same row, so we got to both ride Fury in the front while raining. He's from here, and when I say that is probably the craziest coaster experience I've ever had. I mean, my eyes were like, you could barely keep them open. It was so painful, but I was trying to keep them open and enjoy the ride. That's definitely going faster than it did before. You know, it reminds me a little bit of what I used to expect from Fury when I rode this last time, but still an excellent attraction. And compared to Orion Cold, that thing is way better. It's better than Orion Hot, but oh my gosh, my hands actually hurt, even though they're in gloves from frostbite. My face hurt the entire ride from frostbite, to the point that I can't even do that again. I had some great rides on it, 2 in the front and 1 in row 7, but I think I'm done with that for the day. Let's walk around the park. They've even got their slingshot attraction open with lights on that. I don't know if you can see them or not. I'm holding this with one hand right now because my other hand is in a glove because I am freezing in my hands. The hand that's filming this right now is in pain from doing it. So Vortex, the stand up there, did that last time, wasn't a fan. And yeah, now I'm just going to showcase a little bit of the lights as I walk around. Maybe we'll go do Afterburn or Nighthawk, but we'll see. It's a little bit of words right there. And honestly, I love how their carousel is like in the middle of a path and this area all around it is themed. Unlike the one at Kings Island where a carousel is kind of, you know, I forget we even have one sometimes until I walk by Coney Barbecue. So as I say that their carousel is in a nice area, this scrambler is just sort of in the corner here, and unlike the one at Kings Island, there's not really lights on it. Try to put a clip of the one in Kings Island in the corner so you can see for a contrast, but yeah, no lights on that one, but this area is well done. And yeah, now we're gonna walk around and check out the lights and relax from some rides, because wow. So this is the tunnel that I ran through on the way to Fury the first time. Excuse me, just had a burp mid-vlog, some nice reefs there. Yeah, we're gonna come out into another area, it seems. So like Kings Island, you can see in front of me, they've got characters that walk around, and they have umbrellas, good, because that would wash away the makeup right now. So yeah, in one of the areas of the park, we're actually heading right back towards the entrance, and we'll check out the lights around there. So right here, other than that tower bag, is their main Christmas tree, and you see the entrance is just to the left here, down this little street here. And we're gonna keep walking this direction. Actually, I haven't been to this side of the park yet. So I've actually switched hands filming, so sorry if it's not as good. I'm filming on my left hand. My right hand just feels like it has frostbite right now. So these actually, I believe, used to be on Fury at the entrance of the park, and then once they opened Fury up, of course, they had to place these down somewhere. And of course, the entrance to Intimidator right there. The first Intimidator I did, and was very lucky to get to do I-305 as well, but man, I think Fury puts that thing to shreds. I think the rain has Nighthawk closed, and that might save me, honestly, because especially with my back problems from my job, I don't think I would have enjoyed that very much. I actually remember it. Oh no, it's open. Are there people on that? Yes, there are. I'm planning on coming back while I'm in Charlotte, so I might be able to get a go on that. We'll see what the line looks like now, though. So I loved Firehawk, but the problem with Nighthawk is that unlike the other two clones, as you can see right here, that's not an inline twist, that's a corkscrew. And I remember this ride completely rattling through those two corkscrews. And it is on one train, so it's actually not that bad, but I remember laying there in the worst pain after this ride. But this area, this whole entrance plaza to Nighthawk, it's actually really well done. How nice, they've got a ride wait time sign posted, although I'm gonna walk all the way through because it doesn't seem to have a long line, but it might. So we have Nighthawk going up this lift, and if I can find it, I'm gonna put a video real quick of what Firehawk sounded like going up its lift, because it wasn't silent like this. Okay, yep, the line does come pretty far back. So with knowing that I should have another opportunity to come back to this park while I'm here, I am going to skip this for now and maybe even for the whole time. As much as I do miss Firehawk, I love Orion a lot more, but Firehawk was such a unique ride, and I would love to get back on this. So then, continuing along from Nighthawk, it looks like they've set up Intimidator's photo booth to sort of sell skate tickets, and we're gonna walk over here to the skating rink. I wondered if they had this like Kings Island does, and I am just gonna say now, this might be one of the few things Kings Island does better in this event, just because we have our whole international fountain to use. And here,
like a starter jacket.
Sorry, just trying not to bulldoze people here. But here, I mean, this is just a small little rink here. So yeah, one thing Kings Island does better. Snowflake Lake is what it's called. But look at this area. Let's get in here. All right, so let's look at the lights of this section. Another photo opportunity over there with the seat. But I'm gonna take a quick picture because I feel like this section of the park reminds me exactly of a section of the park at Kings Island. So as you can see, I just feel like this looks exactly like Diamondback, which has that restaurant there. And we can hear Kitty Hawk over there going, which that's a credit I do not have, but that's one that I do not care to acquire. And we've got some dull lights over here that don't even look like they're on, but it comes out better in the camera. All right, so if you saw my Kings Island Winterfest vlog, you know that our kitty area is what I feel like is the best done area for Winterfest. So we're gonna see if that is if that's true at all for this area of the park. So we can already see a lot of trees without a lot of stuff, so I don't think that's gonna be true. What is this? We've got a water statue over here with Snoopy, even though it's absolutely freezing. Oh, is there water on the lens? Hold on, let me fix that. So yeah, got a fountain right here, which is crazy. So we're gonna continue this section. Hey, at least this flat ride lights up and definitely goes with the area, but again, I keep getting water on the lens. So yeah, that's proof just to how it's coming down, and there's still water on the lens. So I've been trying to show all of this empty space on the trees that it isn't full. And if I turn around, you'll see that there, and a lot of these. So I don't think it is like Kings Island, where this is the best area of the park. I also haven't seen anywhere near as much entertainment. So Camp Cookout, I saw Taylor Bivey comment that he thought it, or make a meme that he liked the Cookout restaurant that they have in the Carolinas, which I hope to have when I'm down here. So whatever this area is, this is actually quite well done, excuse me. And we've got Happy Holidays right there, and gingerbreads, and some reindeers. I love this pathway here. So we're making a quick left over here, and we're gonna just check on Afterburn's line. And unless it's a walk-on, I don't really think I'm gonna do that today. And yeah, like if you watched my California's Great America vlog, you would see that I only really rode Gold Striker and a Railblazer, just because I wasn't really that interested in the other rides. But Afterburn is a great invert, but I'm happy with my rides on Fury. So this does appear actually to be almost walk-on. And I'm sorry if there's water in the lens on some of these shots and I haven't noticed it. So we're gonna check this out. So I just ended the night with a back row ride on an extremely elite invert. Oh my goodness, the forces on this thing were crazy, especially for how cold it is running. I mean, I cannot think of what the element is called, but the dive loop into the Emmelman, that was fantastic in the back. I mean, you get pulled through the whip right here. I mean, you just get pulled up and through that, as you can see the smoke from my breath while I'm filming. Oh, I'm sorry, it's right here, this part. And then you go down into a pitch black tunnel and come back up out there. And I mean, that was just so intense. And then just, this ride was amazing. I will say though, a little bit rattly. In fact, I have a headache right now just from, you know, my head being jostled around while going on it. But what an intense, amazing ride. And yeah, in the back, I didn't get any head banging just because, you know, I know how to ride inverts, but definitely jostled me around a lot. Something small, but as I traveled with planes, I like how they say runway clear as they're about to hit dispatch. But we'll get a quick off-ride shot of this amazing ride here. Love that classic B&M roar. Into a crazy intense part. Listen to that roar. One more section of the park we are going to check out though before we head out. All right, so a couple off-ride shots of Afterburn, and I hate that just me breathing creates a smoke field in front of the camera. But we're gonna come around and go into this last section where their wind seeker is. I've seen this at Kings Island. Funny. But we're gonna head over here. Not too sure what's going on in this section. Seems like there's a lot of, don't even know what to call them because they're not animatronics. Like this guy just chilling right here. Yeah, we're gonna head right here to the left. As you can see, Fury's green strip through the trees that don't have any lights on them. But yeah, so here we have what they're using as their Christmas tree, which is a wind seeker. And while I agree it's genius to put lights on there and just run it up, it just doesn't look anywhere near as nice as the Kings Island Eiffel Tower. But yeah, this area just connects back to Copperhead Strike. So we're gonna turn around and head out for the day. We've got two rides in motion here with lights on them. I know I showcased this balloon ride. There might have been a smear on the screen due to water, and then we've got this swing ride straight ahead that's got lights on it. So not a bad area at all, but I mean, just look at all of this, all these leaves that could have been covered, and I feel like Kings Island's kiddie area did this a lot better. One thing you're not gonna hear me complain about is the fact that this big red thing is closed. Now, I do love the paint job on it, and I love that shade of red. It reminds me of like when Dragster was faded a little bit before they repainted it, but I just was not a fan of this. I could take a nap on this thing. That's how boring I found Intimidator. Honestly, Copperhead Strike and Afterburn are miles above that. And you know, just this park is awesome. So while I'm sitting here admiring Fury, and honestly, this reminds me of the walk from where Vortex used to be in our Winterfest, where I normally admire Orion and its strip of light. But they just made an announcement over the PA that the parade, has been canceled for today. Guess it's because of all this drizzle, and that makes sense, honestly.
And all through the house.
So there's a show, I want to say maybe one of 2 or 3 shows I've seen going on throughout the park. So, you know, maybe they do have as many as Kings Island going on. I just didn't pay as much attention to it. Almost forgot to mention, there is an observation tower here, but has a decently long line. I would have loved to go up in that and get some shots. But I'm gonna head out, and I'm actually gonna recount our day and talk about everything. So stay tuned for the finale of the vlog. So as I'm walking back towards the entrance plaza, I did want to say real quick, maybe I'm just used to Kings Island, but this entrance is kind of lackluster. Maybe I'm just used to Fountains and International Street, but I mean, look at this gap of space and just look at this. I mean, as soon as you walk in the park, not much there. One quick thing I did want to say that I probably will end up taking back once I do this again, not in the cold, but this treble clef element right here, I remember getting a massive pop of air when I did this in the warm summer, but today it's just, even once it sped up, I felt like I stayed in my seat and maybe got a little bit of a pop. So with that, I actually prefer the ending element on Orion to that, just because it's lower to the ground. So, you know, you've got some speed going into that and you get twisted out and get a great pop. But yeah, definitely stronger pop on that than I was getting on this. What is cool though is just how high up you are and you get snapped back down and then go into the path. So it's still a great element. All right, so as I'm straddling the line between North and South Carolina, just gonna recount this day and just tell you how much worth it this event is. I mean, this event almost feels like a normal park day at Kings Island, as much as I love that park. The amount of attractions they have open is ridiculous. I mean, oh my goodness, so many coasters that I didn't think were gonna be open. And I ended up walking out here with 3 credits when I originally thought I was just gonna come in, get a couple more rides on Fury, if I was lucky enough to fit in the seat. And remember what I said, use this hobby as motivation. I mean, I was on the treadmill just thinking about hoping to get on Fury, and then as well, just not only fitting in Fury, Copperhead Strike was a fantastic ride. Got 3 rides on that, 1 in the front and 2 in the back. And then just when I did Fury, sorry, I forgot to say that, 3 rides, 2 in the front, 1 in the dark, and 1 in row 7. And got to do Flying Cobras, get that credit, as well as the Wild Mouse. I almost called it Apple Zapple. Just a great day, and then ended up with an intense ride on Afterburn. Just a great park. If you're asking yourself, is Winterfest at Carowinds worth it? Absolutely, there's so much to do here. It's like a normal park day at other Cedar Fair parks. So now I'm just doing the cold, rainy walk back to my hotel, which you can see is over there. And yeah, just cannot wait to come back here. So with that, my fingers are so cold, it took me pushing that button 3 times because my fingers are so cold. I'm gonna end this vlog. I might come back here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film another vlog, just because I feel like I really captured the event, and just seeing my first experiences back on these rides and getting on new ones, I feel like just is a lot more entertaining than me coming back and speed running the park. But the only ride I didn't get to do that I wanted to do was Nighthawk, and just what a park. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Will, you can call me Tate, and I read every single comment I get. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm not sure if it's even gonna load, but just figured I would end the vlog where we started it. Same window, back in my hotel.
Can you catch me?